Hello, is this Angerot?
It is. Yo.
Dude, what's going on, man? You're live right now on the Zach Moonshine Show. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fucking doing great, man. We just got done blasting one of your tracks, dude, and fucking it's bad fucking ass, man. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
we got you on a group call here, so we're all sitting here. So.
Fuck yeah, man. So tell us, what the fuck is going on in the world of Angerot, man?
Oh, we're just trying to get this album out. It's been a journey this time around. We've had a lot of swimming upstream, it seems like, so we're ready to get this thing out.
Hell yeah. So, what's the release date, and where can people go to find out more information about the record?
The release date is March 27th through Redefining Darkness Records. So you can hit up their site or ours, Angerot.com as well. Any of the social media channels as well. We're pretty involved in pushing our stuff and whatnot. So we're trying to keep things in loop there. We've got scheduled for the first single releases next week, I believe, I don't know. You know how it goes. It's supposed to be next week, so.
Hell yeah, man. Well, as far as the recording process of this record, dude, I see. Well, I was reading in the promo that you guys were aiming for the Swedish fucking. They're trying to, pull in the Swedish sound. You definitely got that, in my opinion. But can you tell people about the process, like what you guys did in the studio to make that happen?
Well, I'd say our first record was very targeted towards that Swedish vibe. And obviously we still use HM2s and we still, are true to that tone. But this time around, musically, we just kind of threw all that out the window and just went with what was natural for us in writing. This writing process was much different than anything that we've done in the past. A lot of us as members have been working with each other since the early 90s. And then we got a new drummer, Matt, this year, last year, which was a very strong transition for us. But he lives in Omaha, so he's 3+ hours away from where we're at. So the writing process was very different for us. A lot of internet and track transfer and working back and forth in that regard. So it was a very unique process for us that we weren't used to doing. But it was foreign, I'd say, for the initial, couple songs, and then after a while it really became natural. It was a great way of really forming a relationship outside of, you're forced to communicate on a level outside of just, showing up at practice and writing a song. You got to figure out how everyone's mental works in writing when you don't even live in the same state. So it really forced us to dive into the project heavy. So.
Hell yeah. As far as the worshiping of the fucking HM2, man, we can tell people out there that maybe don't know what that is. Let them know a little bit more about that.
It's the best guitar pedal ever made. It's a wild beat. It's really hard to kind of get a leash on, and a lot of people use it, and which is great. But I think it's something that's kind of hard to harness and really dial in a functional tone with at the same time. The HM2 obviously was kind of a 90s Swedish deal, kind of brought out by Carnage and Entombed and a lot of those bands. But it's something that we were influenced really heavy growing up. We're all old. And in the early 90s, during the birth of everything, it was very influential in what we were as musicians. And when we reach this point in our careers now, and we're forming Angerot, it was something that we've always wanted to do, and never really had the right pieces in place to functionally make it happen. So we kind of took the time and really analyzed it for a good solid year or so before we tried to apply it. And we didn't want to come out and sound like every other band that's utilizing an HM2. We wanted to try to really refine that tone and have it be an audible, powerful tone that, you know, was still very articulate, and, you know, where we could do some technical riffing that could still shine through. And you know, I think we've done a fairly decent job of doing so, and, you know, it's taken some hunting, finding a producer that can, you know, help us really dial where we want to be for this new record. And I think you know, Andreas did a fantastic job. So.
And that's what sorry, Jim. I was going to say, when you asked about the Swedish sound on our first record, we go to Skogsberg. I mean, did I say that right? You're going to go to the producer who created that Swedish death metal sound with that HM2 guitar tone, and we did that. And on this record, it's definitely been redefined to keep that chainsaw buzz and that perfect tone, but with balls.
Oh yeah.
I see it as a trial and error thing, based on the fact that I think we focused on clarity of the tone, because sometimes I love the tone. The only thing I don't like it is when it's too buzzed off to where you can't pick out the articulation. You know, Chad kind of said that, but you know, when it comes to like tremolo type picking stuff, that's a really tough thing to get the clarity. And I think it's just trial and error. And I think we did a pretty good job of maintaining the clarity in the picking, which is important to us, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. For all the gearheads out there listening, man, because I know they're fucking they're wanting to pick this apart. Can you give them a rundown of your rig?
Yeah, we're pretty stupid. We use EMG8s, so EMG 81s basically, and then PV 5150s. The older the better. I run an old blockhead, and Jay's got first year script, and we basically run an NS2, which is a noise gate, and loop it with the Boss HM2, and that's the essentials of what we got. So there's really nothing overly technical. The other kind of secret weapon in there is our Vader caps. They're custom eminence loaded Vader caps, and they can handle anything you throw at it. But I know a lot of people get all crazy with emulators and really try to go bonkers with this tone, but to me, it's the essence of the tone is pretty grassroots and basic, and that's what makes it good, you know.
Stick a couple of SM57s on for recording, mess with some mic positions, and to me, that's important and is my position I found in this stuff. So, you know, we tried some like Sennheisers before, and we just found that the good old 57s are what kind of looked the best for recording. So we just put 2 on each cabinet, and that's what seemed to work best in the end.
Hell yeah, man. Speaking of,
all the gearheads can settle down because it's dumb.
Speaking of the 90s, man, the fucking album art on this record, dude, fucking definitely conjures up a lot of images from those days, man, from my memory. It's fucking badass. I love it, dude. Fucking, how did you guys come up with that? Did you go to a specific artist? And
we did, and there's not a whole lot of artists that I think can capture that vibe. You know, obviously Seagrave is the purveyor of that technique, and we wanted to stick with someone who's got a little bit more of the modern feel to it at the same time, and it kind of narrowed us down to one guy, and that's John Zig. John's a great dude. He's very receptive of concepts. So each record we have, and we've got a plan. So everything that we're doing has a reason, and the artwork itself has to, you know, obviously reflect what we are as a very 90s influenced and a 90s born, bred, and raised band.
And by 90s, 92.
But John Zig, you know, when we first hooked up with him on the first record, it was a pretty long phone call and email conversation that went on and on and on about what I really wanted to achieve on things, and I gave him some very specifics and just kind of let him go after that point. And I mean, John's just a really brilliant artist, both. I mean, he's a great tattoo artist. He's a great painter, and he just has a good vision. I think he has, a good love for the '90s, both in art and music. So, without a doubt, I think he gets where we're trying to go with things.
Hell yeah, man. Well, he definitely nailed it, dude. Fucking, I love it, man.
He's good. I think we'll be working with him for some time. So.
Hell yeah. As far as the name Angerot, is there a story behind that?
Here's the simple version of it. We were looking for a one-word name, and everything, as you can imagine, has probably been taken.
Yeah.
I think Chad stumbled across that, and it just stuck. There's many two-word, three-word names, 10-word names, you name it nowadays. So we wanted a straight-to-the-point, one-word name.
That's about as deep we'll get into that. Some people will figure it out. Some people will figure it out, but some it's tough. It's
Now, I was also reading that you guys had some guests on this record. Snowy Shaw and Terrence Hobbs, Ben Ash. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to meet some very wonderful people in the last 10 years or so of from work to music, and I've always kind of likened back to, again, with the early 90s, when you get a record and it would have the special guests on that song, and that song always seemed to sparkle for one reason or another. And to me, the reflection in that, the unity within music, no matter how big a band is or no matter how small the band is, your goal is always the same, to produce, the best music you can and whatever. But really, just that camaraderie and brotherhood that's within this music is unique. And to me, by working with these other artists and having them on our record, or having the opportunity to just communicate and work with them on this level is it's really special. And we did it on our first record as well with LG and James Murphy and Robin. And this time around, it's no different. I think it's probably a theme that we'll continually work and do. It really helps us, write unique material, knowing going into things that we may have a plan for something. There was a couple of these tracks where we knew we were going to have people on them, and we kind of tailored that music a little bit in that direction as we wrote it. And it just, to me, it just makes some really magical things happen. And this record even more so than the last one, probably.
Well, and the best part about it is we get in contact with these folks. We ask them if they would like to be a part of it. They say yes, but then we let them do whatever they want to do. We give them the track, and it's them doing it. There's no coaching, and when it comes back, it just ends up amazing. And it's crazy that they're even on it. And features are great. I think they're fun. I remember I bought Cancer because Glenn Benton was on it.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I've always thought that, man. Like, I've always thought that that's one of the things that made hip-hop music so powerful and huge in the throughout, as far as when that was exploding, is because they were bringing in so many of their other, like, their friends. Everybody was buddies with everybody, and they were getting in on each other's records and stuff. And when I see metal bands doing that too, I get excited about that for the same reason, because I'm like, fuck, so-and-so's on here, and cause I'm one of those fucking guys that's gonna read the fucking liner notes, and fucking.
Right.
Yeah, you just played one of them, right? You played Old Sound of the Morning, which has Terrence Hobbs on it.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's fucking badass. Speaking of that, man, what can you tell us about your influences?
Oh.
How much time do you have?
I'm probably the narrowest minded out of the band, so I rarely step outside my fieldhouse, man. The older I get, honestly, the more talk radio I listen to. So, especially when I'm in a writing process, just to clear my head so I'm not overwhelmed. But I still focus on a lot of the things that I grew up on. You know, I mean, even beyond the 90s, you know, I listened to a lot of stuff that when I was a kid, when I was a little kid, 70s, 80s stuff, and I catch myself listening to a lot of really lame 80s music. But, you know, for me, even like a lot of the new modern bands that I like are because they have that groove and that good rock and roll craftsmanship in their songwriting. So, you know, I'm pretty narrow on what I like, but, you know, a lot of the guys in the band are.
I think even narrowing it down, not narrowing it down to bands, but saying Sweden, early UK, and Florida. There you go.
I'm probably the most diverse, I suppose, as well-rounded. I mean, I like everything from 70s ballads to, I'm a huge lover of thrash metal. You know, being in the 80s, I grew up in the, dare I say, the 80s metal scene, you know, I mean, but then I discovered death metal, and I've just been on that train ever since, and I tend to go towards the early stuff, you know, Carcass, stuff like that, but it's hard to keep up with, you know. That's why we have YouTube, so we can go and check out stuff. I still love to discover bands that blow my mind. You know, it does happen from time to time. Yeah, we got Matt here, our youngest member, our newest member.
He's like a teenager still?
Not true. No, I would find myself a little bit more partial to some of the more contemporary metal that's out here now. So these guys, when I came into the band in 18 or 19, whatever it was, they showed me a lot of things that I didn't know, and then have exposed me to a lot of bands that I wasn't aware of at first, and now I'm, you know, being able to put that in my wheelhouse and stir it around, and that's another reason why I think what we're doing right now is pretty cool. Like, we got an old school feel with some new school blood, for sure.
Exactly.
We kind of span a generation in as far as members, and it definitely helps. You know, getting some young spirit has done a lot for us. You know, both mentally and you know, musically, it's done a lot.
Oh yeah. I got some more questions for you from the chat room. Let me see here. JMCT wants to know, what's your favorite country to play at?
Well, we've only played in one so far.
Yeah, I mean, I assume we'd be well received like someday.
Spain and Canada seem to be receptive to our sound.
We do, as far as digitally, we do very well, obviously, outside of the United States. Yeah, Spain, for some reason, Spain was like our #1 digital poll last year, which was odd, but we haven't ventured outside the country, so hopefully, you know, that's kind of on the radar at some point, and we can get, you know, say hello to some new faces.
Well, let me ask you, to narrow it down, what are some of your favorite venues here to play at?
Oh, boy. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I really do like the Kansas City area. They are so strong musically, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like every other person there is, you know, a 300 BPM drummer, and, you know, the guitar players is just, that'll blow your mind. And it's like, you know, you'll play a show down there with 10 local bands, and every one of them, it's insane, you know. Obviously, when Origin came out of there, I think they planted so many seeds for upcoming musicians that it's bonkers, you know. And even for our previous band that we were in, some of us were in, we played down there quite a bit, and every time it was like you play shows and there was never a shitty band on the bill. So it's, you know, the KC area definitely has my respect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Another question from Crash Landing. She wants to know, what's your favorite female-fronted group?
Well, I have a personal favorite, but hold on here.
Well, being the baby in the band, and that, you know, bringing the more, you know, the recent stuff into play. I recently was exposed to a band called Spirit Box. I've I've just been recently listening to them, and I've taken quite a liking, and that's a pretty cool female fronted band. So I'll throw that one in there.
I don't know. I'm a tough sell, to be honest. If you want, but most of the female fronted stuff I like isn't metal. You know, there's some very old country stuff I like. I really do like Dolly Parton a lot. You know, I should probably stop talking. You know, like female fronted metal, I guess. I don't know. I don't personally.
I'm into a band called The Great Deceiver. They're really cool, female fronted. I enjoy what Lucifer does with Johanna. They got Entombed's old drummer, Nick A. Anderson.
Yeah.
Playing with them. I like what they're doing for that kind of old school Sabbath kind of vibe.
Does it have to be female fronted, or can it be like bolt thrower? Does she have to sing? Because bolt thrower is definitely like one of my tops ever.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
You know, I do think it's awesome, you know, that, you know, any gender, any race, anything can play, you know, music with the dedication. And to me, it's you know, I've never, even though I did it for a long time, like, consistent high vocals aren't really something that I truly love. So I love big, girthy, lungy vocals, you know, like the Frank Mullins of the world and stuff like that. So, but, like, female involvement in music is, to me, it shouldn't even be a question. I just, you know, people shouldn't be shocked by it. They shouldn't be impressed by it. They shouldn't be disappointed by it. They shouldn't be anything. It should just be. That being said, Nervosa.
Well, for the baby in the band to go old school, I'd say Mythic. Mythic was fucking badass back in the day.
Hell yeah. Another question from Paula Campbell from the Flesh Hammers wants to know, what do you prefer, bubble baths or showers?
Aren't baths fucking disgusting?
You just lay your own filth. Do they make bathtubs big enough for the average guy? Yeah, where is it?
Your standard bathtub is no longer adult size anymore. No. People were shorter in the past.
I don't know. I can't fit in mine.
Yeah, well, where the fuck does this guy live?
It depends on if I have any F installed on hand.
I'll go shower on that one. No bubble bath, please.
No, I'm like in and out. Like shower, get out with my day.
Garden hose.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I still enjoy food coloring in my bath.
Yeah, there you go. Matt likes bath bombs.
Oh, another question I like to ask everybody that comes on the show, man. What's one of the most fucked up things that you can remember that you've seen so far in your career, like at a live show of your own or somebody else's, something that sticks out?
Well, wow. The one thing that comes to mind for me is we used to, some of us used to play in a band called Suffer years and years ago in the late 80s, early 90s. Very early death metal. Probably one of the first in the Midwest, to be honest, and we were playing out in western South Dakota, out in Rapid City, and we played with a band called the Electric Hellfire Club, and we played out west quite a bit and had a very good following out there, and we were playing, and it was raging. It was crazy, and the band was getting pissed because of our response and killed all the stage line power, and they killed everything except my mic. And so I kept going, and I just started railing into them, and then it was literally 5 minutes after that point, and it was a brawl. It was people everywhere, shit flying everywhere, and our bass player got his ribs broke, and he was beat all crazy. It was crazy.
I wasn't in the band at the time, but I was there, and it was amazing. The crowd completely fucking turned on the Hellfire Club, and when they tried to go on, they just chanted Suffer the entire fucking time, and they fucking took off. Like after, I don't even know, 1 or 2 songs, and we're like, fuck this.
then they actually, on their next record, there was it was in a zine or something where they ran an article on it. I don't know what zine it was, but it was on the liner notes in like inside the vinyl sleeve, like on the print. You know, you do that little insert, and there was like a clip from the zine about the show, and shit hitting the fan was inside the electric health record. But that was probably the craziest. You know, you play shows, and every once in a while a fight will break out. It usually lasts, hopefully, you know, if it even does, a very short time. But this was, there had to have been 30, 40 people that were throwing punches, and everything just got all crazy. And I remember I ran off, and I still had my guitar, and I'm like, "Guy, get out of here! I break my shit." But that was probably the craziest for me.
Hell yeah, man. Well, as far as what's coming up for you guys in the future, man, you've got this record that's about to drop, and then you have any tour dates or anything like that you want to let people know about?
Well, we're gonna try to. Again, we're old, so we're gonna try to hit some key dates as much as we can. Try to hit a lot of the centralized cities as much as we can, and see what happens from there, and see how the record sticks. You know, and just kind of play this one by ear. You know, we'd love to be able to get on some, you know, fests here and there, and get in front of as many people as possible. So we're about as isolated in the Midwest as you can possibly get. I think if you put your pin right directly in the middle of nowhere in the central United States, that's where we live. So, you know, we're still almost, you know, 4.5 hours from the cities. We're 3 some hours from Omaha. We're incredibly isolated. So for us to get out, it's a little more difficult. You know, by this point in our lives, we're all career people in work. So we're trying to do the best we can with what we have, and make what we do count. So, you know, we're always open to playing and traveling and doing our thing. We just want to make sure that it's the best case scenario for everybody involved.
As of right now, anybody near Minneapolis, the only show we have completely booked now, since we've been working on this record, is a Hydration Festival, Saturday, April 18th, at the Whiskey Junction in Minneapolis. And then we're going to continue on from there.
Hell yeah, man. Are you guys pretty active on social media?
Yeah, I think we do fairly decent. You know, between us and the label, we do fairly decent. You know, we definitely try to keep people informed of anything and everything that's happening. So, you know, I'm sure we could probably be better, but we do our best to keep people informed. And
anybody can follow us on Facebook, just Angerot at Facebook, Instagram as well.
I don't do the Twitters.
Okay, so anybody out there listening that wants to hit you guys up, maybe about shows or anything like that, just go to your Facebook or Instagram.
Facebook, yep, you got it.
Right on, man. All right, well, I'm about out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you want to add? Let the people know.
Oh, I guess just, you know, watch for the single. I think the first track off the record is going to be dropping here in the next couple days. And it's the opening track, I think, will really give people a feel. I think we've come a hell of a long way since the last record, and I think it should hopefully open some ears.
Going to be available in CD, vinyl, of course, digital download. First album's still available through our Bandcamp page. Got lots of merch on there, so check it out.
Nice. All right, well, before I let you guys go, I got to get you to make us a station tag, all right?
Sure.
All right, man, whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Angerot, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
All right. This is C.R. Pettit from Angerot, and you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, well, thanks a lot for taking the time, guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some fucking Angerot for these motherfuckers so they can go fucking crazy, all right?
Right on. Thanks for having us on. Thanks, everyone, for support.
Hey,
guys.
Anytime, man. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Later. There you have it, folks. Angerot live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows, put them in your front lawns, put them wherever the fuck you can. Make your fucking neighbors fucking hate you. This is fucking Angerot on Metal Devastation motherfucking radio.